What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Keep an arsenal, yeah, my gun is remarkable. Busted shots at the cardinal, now they calling inaudible. Killing all of them, evil people intolerable. Didn't mean to start of your blast, turn the particle. My apocrypha, summon my inner Asura. Unlocking my chakra, flip it over your Akira. And I'm accurate, sniper rifle was damaging. Blast as fast as a sassacus, cause his ass was a pacifist. Yes, I mastered this, leave you frozen like mannequins. Now the masses is panicking, turning evil like Anakin. Call the coroner, aftermath of a warrior. Whooping your ass like Morpheus, kill streak was so glorious. I'm the pinnacle, grind your ass in the minerals. No need for subliminals, government is the criminals. I'm the general, revolution, the miracle. The code is reppin', that's unpredictable. Motherfucker.
Those weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere.
On the world stage, pushing weapons of mass destruction. The only weapon is the voice speaking mass deception. CGI planes inserted on 9/11. The Patriot Act inserted, all rights have been suspended. Black magic magicians with malicious intentions keep casting your votes for puppets pre-selected. Pre-planned pandemic with experimental injections. Contractual consent keeps pharma under full protection. FDA allows cancerous dyes to pass inspection. It's $1 trillion profit, keeping us in sickness. Hypocrites under Hippocratic oath is so sickening. Speaking food for thought, using my freedom to express. Until I strike a nerve, then I'm censored, I digress. Elite created the rules and board on this game of chess. Israel pulls the strings, I'm not surprised or impressed. I'm just buying time until it's time to suppress the noise with the silence, so we sentence you to death. Convicted of treason, I let the gallows do the rest.
The decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq.
Bakushi is the master of illusion, and if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on a pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, assault in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. The longer I have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
In the instant I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, ripping endless on instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally those that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot them holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the injure. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Caught back your Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. rocking my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull the back the Iron Curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters, war sneakers, rearrange their core features. Born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper, form ether, burn all of the mold geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments, ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, strange you all in the cardigan, rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine, while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline, got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa and the hands of Wolverines, astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. Why the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed, and an angel swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality.
Oh. This cat's practicing for later. He's gonna give some head. I asked this question: is Zionist Jews real or propaganda? Because I asked the AI overlord, and they seem to think otherwise, which, of course, they're going to say that because probably Jews run the internet. And I got it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I had screenshotted it, where basically AI was saying that it's a made-up theory that the Jews want to take over the world. That's funny, because Netanyahu was straight up about it in that speech. The 2018, I forgot what it was called, the something. As a matter of fact, I might even have the clip. Let me see. Maybe not. I might have erased it. No, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. But it's not that they're, well, kind of. They're basically taking over or buying or blackmailing political. Yeah, people say we're under a Chinese type state. No, I changed my mind on that. We're under a Zionist fucking state. People forget that Israel is the most fortified. They could, man, they know when a booger falls out of your nose. They have cameras everywhere. We need to make a power move in this country. I don't know what it is, but if we don't want to live under a fucking Palantir fucking Zionist fucking prison. We all need to make a power move of some sort. And people that don't want them, don't. You know, you could sit back. People that don't want to hear it or be involved, that's fine. You don't have to. But I guarantee they'll be thanking people when it's done. Maybe other countries want cameras everywhere, but I've spoken to a lot of people, and I'm starting to see more and more people with channels. Even Brian says a lot of things that I've been saying. People don't want to live. I just seen a video on Brian's channel where the guy has these sensors on his car, an unmarked car, and he's driving through parking lots, scanning plates into a fucking... He had 4 scanners on his car, and he's just going around scanning people's plates. And yeah, it might not be breaking laws, but to me, that's bugged out, man. I don't know if it was a repo company or what, but that's what I mean about financing a car or even these houses. Like I was saying, you get a 30-year plan. Most people don't even make the 30 years. And the bank knows they ain't going to make it. Then they come when you miss a payment, take your house, and the next sucker will move in. And the next sucker. I wonder how much money they make off these houses. They must fucking quadruple their money. We're being monopolized. And they tell you we're free. But anyway, I know most people don't give a fuck. Let me find this Jewish overlord. People like Palantir. Hey, what was the new company I found? Fuck. There's so many of them, man. There's an umbrella of them. Here it is. Stratcom. Imagine that. They'll have shit on fucking Satelloons just watching everything above with cameras that could zoom in from way up there. And all these like data centers. If we're not careful, it's going to be like that movie where AI will judge you. I sure as fuck don't want to live in something like that, so we need to nip it in the bud now. People need to grow a pair of fucking balls. Like, yo, there's fucking people that are 67 years old standing up in these city meetings. I was shocked. You don't see really any young people. The future of our country is a fucking joke. This is Stratcom. It's crazy when a cop kills somebody, right? People, even when I watch some of these videos, the cop says, "What are you nervous for?" You know how many videos are out there of cops ripping someone out of their car over an ID and beating the fucking soul out of them? And then when other cops arrive on the scene, they jump out and they got to join in. Well, some guy killed a cop because he threw a cigarette on the ground. The cop got out the cop car, ran up to him. So they told the guy that we don't litter here, whatever, blah, blah. So he picked it up and threw it out. And then the cop just couldn't let it go. He had to escalate it, as always, you know. Abuse of authority is always, man. I see this over and over and over and over. I wonder what they're training these cops. You know, none of them respect the Constitution anymore. What the fuck is going on in this country? That's what I want to fucking know. No, it's Chinese technology. The cameras and shit's probably from China, but the Zionist Jew fucks that are in political power are the ones ordering it. Whatever the Jews say, the American politicians do, man. That's just what it is. Jews have somehow a lot of money. They could buy out anybody. You don't know what the Constitution is? Even I'll take the Constitution out of the equation and just say common so-called rights we have as a human being. Respect is number one, which no police ever have. You have a right to carry and you have a pistol or whatever. But every time, you know, you tell the cop, look, I got a pistol on me, they want to take it from you and talk about my safety. When your safety is more in danger than the fucking cops. The cop is more liable to beat you into a fucking hospital than vice versa. And that's facts. I could pull up evidence after evidence of that. But the cops, these police stations, like I said, are getting more and more and more police. They're going to be the new army, I'm telling you. Watch. There's going to be so many fucking cops everywhere. I'd rather have dangerous freedom than fucking live in a fucking police state where the excuse is it's for your own safety. I don't need the government safety. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but that's cool. Like I said, they don't have to come here. I'm trying to get attention of people who want to do something about it. No disrespect to anyone who don't. This shit should have been done a long time ago. When 2020 rolled around, it should have been done then. But nothing was done. What are you doing, Poomies? Huh? What are you doing? What's under there? Huh? You want your toy? My cat's bugging. She wants her laser. That's why I took the Constitution out of the equation, because I knew you were going to say that, but human rights in general, that's where I'm getting at. It's sad when I watch the videos and people have to say, I know my rights. Well, you shouldn't even have to say that. Sometimes I really hate this fucking place. It's a big fucking cesspool of shit. What are you doing? The fuck? Oh, I'm waiting. I'm like, what's going on? Why isn't my laptop turning on? Duh. That would help. Okay. Nope. Well, yeah, I want that too. Damn, sirens be so loud. A deaf person can hear that shit for real. God. Nope, that's not it. Where the fuck is this thing? I just seen it this morning. Here it is. Is this it? Oh no, it's police militarization. This is it. Got it. Bitty bitty bing bong. Alright. Yo, what's up with my fucking laptop here? Oh, okay. Alright, here it is. First, we all know this piece of shit. Out of his own mouth, he talks about conquering. No, wrong thing. says the I put Jews taking over America. An AI overlord said, the idea of Jews taking over or controlling the United States is an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory with a long history, rooted in fabricated documents and prejudice. These claims are not supported by facts and are widely recognized as attempts to scapegoat a minority group. Fabricated origins. The notion of a secret Jewish conspiracy to dominate the world was popularized by the protocols of the Elders of Zion, a forgery from the 20th century Russia that remains a foundational text for the anti-Jewish hate. Wrong. Well, for that, yes, maybe, but Mr. Netanyahu openly talks about taking over the whole world. He even has a map he brings with him. Zionist occupation government, Zog. I think I heard this the other day, Zog. Who brought Zog up? Damn. Yeah, when we're watching them. Zog. Yeah, somebody brought Zog up. This is a specific anti-Semitic white supremacist conspiracy theory claiming that Jews secretly control the U.S. government. This shit to me is entertaining. It's laughable because it's funny how the computer just backs. The computer will lie straight to your face, just like they do. Myths of control. These theories often falsely allege that Jewish people control the media, economy, and government. Allegedly, but when you look up all these companies and see who the CEOs are and the bankers, it's Jewish people. Throughout U.S. history, periods of high immigration or economic stress that led to increased anti-Semitic rhetoric. What? What the fuck does high immigration or economic stress have to do? This computer's just freestyling now. See ya. Bullshit. Now, this stuff is funny. $17,000 miles an hour. Are you fucking kidding me? God. Man, I'm trying to think. 17,000 miles per hour. They gotta be this has to be a mistype or something. This can't be right. You that shit would fuck up. You wouldn't even be able to breathe. You'd be pressed up against your chair in that thing. And it just don't make sense to me. If they're going 17,000 miles an hour around this orbit, and they're in there playing with fucking Nutella fucking jars and little balls and got microphones in their hand. They're just floating around. Get the fuck out of here. Ha! What's up, DL and Warren? That's hilarious, man. 17,000 miles an hour. There's no way. No fucking way. Translunar injection. This was the fastest part of the outbound journey. Yeah, Bro Sanchez made a good point too. When the fucking thing came back to Earth, allegedly, they never even left. I don't know how they did that. Maybe they flew that capsule up there and then let it drop. I don't know. But if they were traveling at those speeds and then they had to break through this radiation belt at high speeds, that thing would have hit the water. It should have had all sorts of steam and how do they would not cook inside of there like a fucking chicken nugget? That's another thing. Because these degrees they talk about, no metal can withstand that. There is no metal on Earth that can withstand these degrees that they're saying without it heating up and cooking you or melting. Imagine that. The amount of heat it says. You know, most metals will melt or it'll heat up so much it'll cook them inside of there. You know, they'll come back 4 fucking chicken strips. The whole thing's bogus, man. If people don't get it by now, people were ripping this apart. It's so funny, man. The thing is, though, Deion Warren, is we've been ripping these people apart for over a decade, man. And people are just now starting to get it. Just like the whole flat earth thing. Like, I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson said, if you could see curvature from a plane, that got blown out the water. Then he says, oh my fucking God. All right, before I was interrupted with this phone call. Yeah, he kept retracting. Because I remember when you said, I'm going to see if I can find it one day, that you could see curvature from an airplane. I've had people tell me that you could see curvature from an airplane. I've never even been on an airplane, and I know that's a crock of shit. The person that just called me, as a matter of fact, told me. He's like, I've seen curvature from an airplane window. Pfft. Yeah, I was like, what? The curvature on your fucking head? Some people say it's the windows. I don't know. I've never been on a plane, so I couldn't say that for sure, but the only reason I know that's a crock of shit is because there's tons of balloons that are sent up. And even I had a video. I don't think I still have it. I think I erased it. I had a video of a military drone, and that thing was high up. I have a picture, a screenshot. I screenshotted it, but yeah, it was a military drone. Those things go up pretty fucking high, man. Yeah, drone warfare. That's another ball game. I like this picture right here. From a balloon. The guy's name was Dan Dimension. Because you could see the hot spot, which proves the sun's local. That guy that was on Bro Sanchez breaking down the Artemis thing the other day, that white dude, he had said he was doing the shadows. And he said that the shadows, because of the sun, shoots the light straight on the ball. I could tell he was a globe person. But here's the problem with that. How about when the sun moves at noon or 1 o'clock? As the sun is moving above us, the shadows are going to switch. But I get what he was saying, though. But yeah. He seems to think that the sun don't move. Honestly, I don't get how people don't get how the sun is moving, not the earth, but I don't know. Shit, what the fuck am I saying? D Marble, he did a lot of good experiments. One of my favorite ones when he went to Alaska. I would like to go to... Yeah, he was showing the moon. The shadows are on different angles. That's because there's different lighting. But the only reason I know as the sun moves through the day that the shadows will change is because I used to fuck around with sticks and do the shadows and stuff. Or you notice through the daytime when you're outside playing all day that as the sun moves across the sky, the shadows will shift. But I would like to try to go to it. What's up, Jay Hyden? I emailed you back. I would like to try to go to the North Pole, man. I'm gonna prove my points about these whirlpools or whatever we call them, drains or whatever. I personally think these old maps are onto something. Like even in the 1500s, people are finding books and maps of You know, they tried to say in the 1500s people are living in fucking people were living in like wooden houses and which people probably were, but that doesn't take away that there were cities everywhere, just like there is now, and star forts everywhere, castles. I bet you they had electricity. I guarantee that. I bet you they had cars, all sorts of devices in the 1500s. But something happened. I don't know what along the way. And the people in so-called power, which we need to get these people out of power. I can't believe that we outnumber these people and they fucking control everything. Pieces of shit. Like, when I heard Bill Gates is fucking buying farmland, or he's basically stealing it to put data centers, I flipped my lid. Motherfuckers rather put data centers than grow food and feed people. How's the greatest country in the world going to shit? Because we don't do nothing about anything. We just sit back and let these pieces of shit do what they want. That's why. People are so desensitized. They don't even care anymore. They're just like fucking numb zombies. All the fluoride is fucking roasted their fucking brain. You know? People don't even get angry no more. They just be like, so? It's fucking insane, man. That's another thing with this monopolizing and all this bullshit, man. These people never keep their word. If you look like back in the days, nobody was supposed to pay for electricity. No one was supposed to pay for water. There's stuff that was put into law, but they tuck that away. Only the rich people and what's the word I'm looking for? Special people know about it. They're always fucking us over. They never keep their word. For the greatest country in the world, we got all these homeless people, people starving, eating poison. Like, enough's enough, man. We need to do something about it. That's another thing, that taking land from people. These motherfuckers. And then the police, well, if the city tells them to do something, the police are quick to do it, like little bitches. Little errand boys. I can't stand police, so I fucking hate cops. I don't give a fuck. If they got a family with children, that's out of uniform. And they're probably worse when they're out of uniform. I heard a lot of cops beat their wife, fucking. Yeah, they do hide. They're gonna hide underground. The videos that I was playing the other day, you heard these Zionist Jews. When they talk about God coming and everyone dying, no, man, they're gonna do that. That's why they got laboratories and they're trying to figure out how to make these biological weapons and all this shit. Because they're going to play out revelations. Ain't going to be no God coming back or no Jesus. It's going to be them using weapons. And they're the chosen ones because they're going to go underground. That's their plan. It's right in our face. But people think it's going to be God returning or something. No, man, it's going to be them. As many times as they've reset a lot of things, it's them. That's why they call themselves the chosen ones, because they can access underground and get away, while all the goyim are above ground. Yeah, I heard something about that. Like when you buy land, you can't even live on it with a tent. Like, who are these people to orchestrate what you do with your land? That's another thing, like the government is supposed to just represent us. And from when I was old enough to understand a lot of this, and 8, 9 years old till now, back in the days, the government, they didn't really say shit, on what you did. But today, oh my God, it's like, it's insane today. You can't do anything without someone in your business, calling the police, calling the city, it's insane today, man. Then you got the government, you can't do this, you can't do that with your land, Like, that's what I'm saying, man. If we can't bind together and do something, we're fucked as a country. We got terrible representation of our country. They're burying our country. Regardless if people like the Constitution or not, or this and that don't matter, man. We still have to live here regardless. And these people are putting data centers in our farmland. They're just fucking everything up. And people really, they go and they say something, and the cities are telling the people to go fuck themselves. So if we start to bear arms and come together, we're wrong for that. What else are we supposed to do? I don't think the military would follow suit, because the military has to live here too. And a lot of them have family here. What's up, Jason? Like, as much as I can just not say nothing and just, I almost thought about it too. I was like, you know what, man? It ain't even worth me saying nothing no more. But my inner flame won't allow me to walk away. That's how I know this is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Because every time I've tried to walk away and leave it alone, I get pulled back in by my inner self. It's almost like there's a higher calling, man. And I've talked to other people that felt like that too. It's either the ancestors or whatever. I was watching some YouTube movie this morning, but I only caught the beginning parts where, excuse me, some guy, I don't know, he woke up in an accident. I don't even know what the movie was called. Hold on. Starts with an R. Fuck. That's right. I did see the title of it. It was weird, man. These people were just dying. Everywhere the guy went, people were dropping dead. But I didn't get to finish seeing why or anyway, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm just over here spewing my anger, but it's more or less focused anger. It just blows my mind, like, too. I think a lot too, like people in the streets, the gangs, right? They'll kill each other, and then when the police come, they're silent. They run. They're scared. When I was younger, nobody was scared of the police. It blows my mind, and I'm not saying to shoot at police or anything, but fuck killing each other, man. We need to form an army. That shit's dumb as hell, man. That's why I never joined no gangs organization. Killing each other to me was stupid. Fucking killing each other over turf you don't even own. I was always for unity. You could do so much more working together. You could accomplish more than fucking working against each other. The police are the biggest gang. They're a gang for sure. I seen a video on Brian's channel last night about these two people in Florida were sleeping in their car. And the lady cop rolls up. And by Florida statute, you don't have to show your ID. But once again, the police were being dicks. All over not showing an ID. You know, they take the guy out the car, they cuff him, like all this bullshit. When I watch that shit, I be getting fucking pissed. I'd be like, I hate cops because they just elevate everything. They have to be pricks. You know what I mean? And when I think about it and I look back, cops were dicks when I was younger, but not like today. Back in the days, cops never went out of their way to fuck people over. Here and there, you'd get a cop like today. But for the most part, like, you know how many times I was in a car that got pulled over and I was a passenger and the cops never asked for no ID for me. Nowadays, they're going to ask everyone for their ID and damn near force you to give it. Oh yeah, I was talking about that case too, about that guy who shot the cop defending himself. And in the courtroom, he was a Detroit, Michigan cop. And anyone from Detroit knows the Detroit police are crooked. Fuck them. I do. I should try mental yoga. I was watching this Japanese guy who does he meditates, but he also sits in tight quarters in his apartment, and he practices with his sword, pulling it out the sheath. But the way his movements are, he goes from a sitting position of yoga to standing, like, and that's not easy, you know, not using your hands to pick you up, just your feet. You know what I mean? That's a difficult task. You got to have a strong lower body to do that. I would like to see people be like, that's easy. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see people sit in a cross-legged position and lift yourself up without using your arms. I used to be into all that. When I was younger, in my teenage years, I used to, especially when I was locked up in that place, I used to do mad push-ups, lift a dumbbell. I used to box and play a lot of sports, a lot of basketball for cardio. But I also used to we would always fight too, to like practice. But I need to get back into shape. Yeah, I thought Jason was coming up. I guess not. What did he say? The cover of what? Let me rewind this. Let's see. The cover of this year's economic magazine. I think I know what he's talking about. I forgot the Kung Fu guy's name. He was an actor in Japan, but I mean, dude's nice. I can tell that, like, people that do martial arts, or not martial arts, mixed martial arts or MMA, they say Kung Fu can't stand a chance. Of course, Kung Fu isn't about grappling or fucking getting someone to the ground and choking them out. You know what I'm saying? That of course MMA is gonna beat Kung Fu, right? Like these guys are funny, man. They boast about it like, of course MMA is gonna fuck up Kung Fu. It'll be like putting a samurai against MMA. Who do you think's gonna win? The fucking samurai. Corporate fiction. Is that a channel? I don't know. I was just pissed off this morning because all this shit, this world, man, is going to shit, man. I don't want to live in. It ain't always what I want, you know, when I say it, but I know there's plenty of other people that feel like me, and maybe a lot of people don't speak out or want to do anything because of the position they're in. They might have jobs, this and I don't care. Me, they can't take anything from me that's already been taken, so I'm all in. They can't hold shit over my head. Except my life. And they could take that if they want. Because I ain't reincarnating in this shit ball. As beautiful as this place can be, It won't be beautiful till these parasites are gone.
Hey, Charles.
What's up, Jason?
Mate, you sound as depressed as I am.
I sent you that video you wanted.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I did see you sent me a message, mate, but I haven't had time to check them yet. But I did see that you sent me one. Thanks for that.
I didn't think it was going to go through because sometimes I try to send music and it won't send it. I don't know why.
I'll check it now.
I got to try to send this music to Hurricane.
Oh, yeah, it has sent it to me. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to try it again to email him it.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, you know what I mean when I said about, would you like to have a look at the cover of The Economist magazine? Because I've only just discovered about this thing.
Which one is it? The one with Trump or the one with...
It's this year's one, because it only comes out once a year, remember? And
I think I've
be honest,
seen it.
I've never even heard
Richie
of
of Boston shared it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a different.
There's a few people recently who made me realise what it is. It comes out once a year, and it's like for all these rich people, like, you know, basically it's showing you what they've got organised for the next year, and it's all in the front cover. I mean, if you look at and I've gone back and looked at some of the other covers for the past, and man, they're pretty spot on, some of them. And if you look at this year's one, already, there's stuff in there that's coming true, without a doubt, mate. And you know the way the media control everything, control your minds. I saw a short news thing earlier. Apparently, there was a mass shooting in Mexico on one of the on the Pyramid of the Moon.
I thought it was going to boot me out. I had to go and get that link from J3wZ. That guy said there's still good sheriffs out there. Maybe. Not on the East Coast, there ain't. I'll tell you that one. Connecticut, they need to not call themselves the Constitution state because that's a load of bullshit. They're the unconstitutional. Connecticut is going to shit. All the cities are going to hell because the politicians are just stealing all the fucking money. They're putting up, sucking these fucking, what's the word they're called? Damn, it's a whole group of them. There's a name for them. It's like Palantir and all these fucks that are putting up Flock, fucking scanners and all this bullshit, man. We don't want that shit in America. Take your Flock fucking technology and flock it up your ass because we don't want that shit. You know, we need to start cutting them things down, smashing them with bats. Who gives a fuck?
Well, there is a thing in London that they're doing that to the, I can't remember what they're called now. There's certain cameras that pick up if you haven't paid to drive through London, and people are just taking chainsaws to them and chopping them down.
Yeah, I seen that, and I was like, yeah, see, they got balls in America. People are pussy. They won't do shit.
Well, you just contradicted what I was about to say to you, because I know you're in a different country, mate, yeah. But man, this country, the major cities, they're overrun with immigrants, man. You can't go to the city centre now and go shopping for the afternoon because there's just gangs of migrants everywhere, mate. And honestly, it's out of control, Charles. It's like it's probably gone under your radar because you lot have got your own problems. And when I started looking into it, like every capital city in Europe's the same. Just full of illegals, man. And these people are violent, Charles, man. I'm not being rude, but they're raping women left, right, and centre. And in this country, the cops.
What are they from? Are they the Muslim people?
Yeah, most of them, yeah. But they're all fighting age men. There's no women coming in because they don't let the women get on the boats, man. And it's like, you know,
There-
I swear it's
There's
by
some good
design, Charles.
Muslim people, and there's some fucking shitty
Yeah.
Muslim people.
Yeah, of course.
And
It's just same with everybody, Charles. Yeah, I understand that completely. But it's no coincidence, mate, that most of them who are coming here are like fighting age men. And they're all on the run, I think. They're either deserters from the army or they're on the run from the law, mainly for sex crimes. And the government won't even acknowledge they're in this country. There's 1,000 of them a day coming over on boats, they reckon. And the government's just putting them up in all these posh hotels. Meanwhile, after the rest of us who are actually UK citizens,
that's happening here. It was happening here too. When Biden was in, they were bussing these immigrants in. They were giving them $1,500 cards. They were paying for their hotel rooms, these 5-star hotels, fucking. And while American people ain't getting shit, a lot of them are homeless because they can't afford to pay the fucking rent anymore.
Yeah,
and they're paying for all these immigrants.
It's all back scratching nepotism as well, because these hotel owners and all of these, they're just making bank on it, because the government are going to them and saying, right, we want to rent the hotel for a year up front and we'll pay you double for the rooms. So most of these people, there are some with morals, I'm certain, who haven't sold out, but most of them are just making bank on it, man, just thinking, cha-ching. It's really bad.
We got to do something about the government here in America, man. We have to come together or something to get these fucking politicians out. All of them, man. They all need to go. Even the judges. I guarantee you, they're fucking little children. I could guarantee it, man.
Yeah, they're all at it, mate. They're all at it. But I'll be honest with you. It's like I'd have thought something would have kicked off already in your country, man. You lot are armed. Do you know what I mean? The population's armed. But in this country, even to carry a knife in your pocket.
I thought for sure in 2020 that motherfuckers were going to stand up. Nope. I was so disappointed. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. That just gave the government a green light.
Yeah.
To just do what they want now.
It could even have been a test of that anyway. If you think, maybe they needed to know how far they could push it.
We don't need to burn nothing down or nothing like that. If what needed to be done is we need to get a hold of all the farmland and take control of that shit so we could eat. You need to do smart stuff, not fucking burn fucking stores down and break windows. That's fucking childish shit. We need to make power moves.
Yeah, but they're not. You see, they're the things, they'll televise that because you've just hit the nail on the head. That's not rioting. That's looting. That's people just taking advantage of the situation and thinking, I'm going to get myself a new iPhone here. It's got nothing to do with standing up for what you believe. That's just fucking stealing from shops.
Yeah. If people were smart, you would. How could I put this? You get the grids to make sure those would be on farmland, and these politicians need to be locked up. How the fuck is there files in Epstein's computer and evidence of all the trafficking and all the stuff they've been doing, but nothing happened to nobody? That's how crooked. They're just showing everyone how fucking corrupt they are.
Dude, I don't even think that's a real thing, the Epstein files. I think it's part of the bigger picture. Because remember, if they want to bring in the New World Order, they're going to have to replace all of the governments, right? And I think this is going to be used as a tool. I think it's well thought out in advance, man. Half of the internet is going on about these Epstein files, what is in there and what isn't in there. But at the end of the day, we all know they're baby-eating paedophiles. So, and I think
that's wild you say that, because I've thought of it too, that they were going to use that as an excuse to, because they always use the children, they pluck people's fucking Just like the incidents
The
with the
heartstrings,
school.
isn't it?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
so happens every incident in these schools, the guy had a rifle, right? When they want to take rifles from us. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always use
Chilster has got a
children.
point there. But Chilster's last comment there, it says dangerous bastards, and he's right, man, because they will fucking kill you. That's the reality of it.
Cool. What? Who's dangerous?
Them.
The government?
Well, yeah.
Fuck them. They
But
don't
remember,
scare
the
me
government
one
are
bit.
only the government are only like the front man for who's really pulling the strings behind the show, aren't they? You know what I mean? The governments may change, but the management stays the same. Same as that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's what I try to tell people about voting. I'm like, yeah, it's the same shit. They just put new faces to make you think you have an option. But that's the illusion. You don't have an option. You know? You're not making your own choice. They're giving you choices to pick from. You're not making your own choice. That's the illusion.
Yeah, and what's that quote about something like there's 150 flavours of ice cream, but only 2 parties to vote for? It's something like that quote.
Oh, that was that comedian dude, yo. He's funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's real serious too. I only George Carlin.
Oh yeah, George Carlin. But remember, he was one of them as well.
Probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. He wouldn't have got where he was if he weren't, mate.
You know, they let people speak out like that because it's kind of like throwing it in your face. You know what I mean?
Well, there is
That's
this
how I
thing
look
where
at it.
they're kind of obliged to tell you what they're doing. I'm not certain if I understand
It's like
that.
rubbing it in.
Yeah, and remember, comedians on stage do get away with saying a little bit more than what other people get away with saying. But if you think about it, all of these like edgy comedians that I used to like, and nowadays I realise they're all in the same fucking club, mate. You got Bill Hicks, you got, basically you got Carlin, Bill Hicks, and there are a couple more of them. But they're all look at the material they go for. Straight away, they could play the atheist card and take the piss out of God constantly. Now, I'm not an atheist, right? But I'm in between gods, put it that way, yeah. But it's the way they really attack anybody who isn't an atheist and make it into humour, you know.
What the bumper sticker say, J-I-N? I like your teacher. Was Jesus on it? Me personally, man. Anyway, but
yes, so pull up the cover for this year's Economist magazine if you can.
All right.
And if you want to, and we'll have a look at it because there's some crazy stuff on there, mate. At first glance, you don't realise.
2026?
2026, yes. Yeah, I think so. It wouldn't be 2027, would it? Yeah, 2026, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And remember, it is the 250th anniversary of your country this year. It's crazy, isn't it? The world went to shit in the last 250 years. And it's like, there's got to be a correlation there, isn't there? It's basic. Jay Height says saying that. I don't know if I should say this to you,
I
but
think exactly
actually, I can say it because I didn't actually wear the shirt, but somebody walked down the road and I saw the shirt he was wearing, and on the front it said, "Jesus loves you," and on the back it said, "Everybody else thinks you're a cunt." And I just thought, that's pretty funny. That's the one, mate. That's the one.
I tried to zoom in and I screenshotted it and then tried to clean it up with AI, but they got fucking needles in there.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff going on.
Well,
Tanks.
Before we start anywhere on this, right, on the bottom right, you've got that football player and he's kicking the globe, yeah? Because this year is the World Cup, isn't it? I think it's in Mexico, or it starts in Mexico.
Well, you got Artemis, you got the cargo ships.
Yeah, the cargo ship is like disguised and it's got guns coming out of it and it's firing at the 250th anniversary cake of the USA as well.
Oh shit. I had to zoom in, yeah.
It's a lot.
Why is there a arm coming up with a handcuff to the cake?
There you go, man.
Huh. Oh, the fist too is like fight the power or
yeah. And there's like a PlayStation controller connected to a brain.
Look at Trump. He's right under the controller.
Yeah, that's obviously him.
Too bad there wasn't a sword going into his ugly face.
You know, outwardly, I kind of would have fallen for the fact that Trump's trying to do something good if it weren't for speaking to people like yourself, because we spoke about Thatcher before, like Margaret Thatcher. She was awful in this country, but a lot of people liked her because they were making her money. Same with Trump, isn't it? He's got all his buddies behind the scenes. Every move he makes, he's just putting money in his pocket and his friend's pocket.
Well, when he first got in, he gave the rich 100 and something. I'm gonna look it up. So I'm gonna be precise. I think I'm gonna try to look it up now. 100 and something billion, or let me look it up.
Oh, I thought those syringes were like drug references, but they're vaccine references, aren't they?
Damn, was it billions? Should I put billions?
Katy Perry's rocket. Yeah, cheers to Katy Perry. This must have passed me by, but I heard recently that she came out as a flat earther or something, and then changed her mind, and now she's going. For some reason, she's going up in these rockets. It's like, come on. Have you seen?
Wow.
You know about news vendors, Charles? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, you need to check that out. It's like a half an hour, maybe 40 minute thing that the BBC put out in the 70s. It's got Donald Pleasance in it, and it's called News Vendors. And people were telling me to watch it for ages, and I finally watched it. And they tell you everything in that. It's about this guy going for a job interview. He thinks he's going for a job interview, but the powers that be want to recruit him because they've spotted something in his skill set that they want. And they basically don't give him a choice. He's got to take the job because they've got all the dirt on him. And then they take him to this basement and they show him what the news is going to be next year and the year after. And he's like, what? You make all this up? And they're like, yeah, that's what we're in the business to do. We're the news vendors.
It
Jay
says,
Height's asking here. Yeah, it's the front cover of The Economist magazine this year.
it says wealth transfer. This is the key details of the one big beautiful bill. It says analysis report the bill serves as a massive transfer of wealth from low-income individuals to the wealthy, stripping health coverage from millions and cutting food assistance to fund tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy. Of course, they're always taking from the poor to make them richer, man. I get sick of these rich people, man. I love to fucking beat their face into the ground.
Yeah, these people are scumbags.
They're always robbing us, man. Always fucking us over. Let's see. He gave. Okay. He took $1 trillion, cutting it from food assistance and a lot of things, but let's see which passed. Yeah, he did a massive tax cuts for the ultra wealthy. Not for us, though.
Right. Well, yes, makes sense. I'm just going to respond to Chilster here because he's talking. I didn't realise it was 1968, mate, because that's 2 years before I was born. I'm assuming you've seen it by what you've first said there as well. Yeah, Charles, you should definitely check out that Newsbenders if you haven't seen it. If you type it in YouTube, it's on there. And I bet, man, that's 1968. Even for 1968, what they were showing there was pretty tech savvy compared to the fact that what Doctor Who was showing at the time and all of that. It's like that's a bit scary when you realise it's 1968.
Damn, where is this fucking thing Richie from Boston was talking about? All right, right here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Donald J got fucked in his mouth, Trump. He's a faggot, too. I bet you people say Trump's Elvis. That's hilarious.
I find that quite funny, but that's that British flat earther and he's a dodgy fucker, man.
Let's see. Where's these executive orders?
Similarities between Trump and Elvis and the Statue of Liberty as well, remember? They reckon Statue of Liberty and Trump and Elvis are the same person.
You never know. You never know these fucking people. Damn, where the fuck are the executive orders? That's all I care about. I don't want to watch his videos. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry, Charles. I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm just trying to respond to Chilster here.
No, go ahead.
Chilster. It's weird. I don't know how they actually put that out there, the Newsbenders. I don't know if it was just a random drama or if it was part of a series of maybe even sci-fi. I don't know. But for a start, the fact it aired on the BBC was a little bit weird.
This is wild.
Maybe we should pull up another cover of that magazine, maybe from last year, and see how much we can see in that. But I just think that's them gaslighting people by putting out stuff like that, if you think about it.
I gotta find these executive orders. I'll look later, but what's the name of that magazine? Oh, Economist.
The Economist, yeah. Yeah, Chelsea, you're right about that. And that thing with Baron Trump as well. And those books that were written, it's all very weird. It really is.
Biddy biddy bing bong. Oh, come on. Let's see. I want to see if I could get better pixel. Yeah, I hope this is what I think it is.
Oh, I'll tell you something. Maybe the 2019 one might be interesting to look at because of COVID. Well, the 2000, would it be the 2019, wouldn't it? Maybe 2018.
Damn. Well, that didn't work. Let's see if I could do it this way. Let's try 9,000 pixel. See what happens.
Well, have you found it and it's not clear enough?
They're never clear enough.
That's probably by design as well. Just going to have a bathroom break for back in a moment.
I did get the 2025 one, but let's see how it looks. Blinded by the false light, so I return to the darkness. Look at the same tactics. You got a ball, worshiping their ball, BAAL, balling everything up. Putin, Zelensky. Scumbags of the earth right here. They pretty much got the same symbolism going on. Right? You got the fist at the bottom there. You got the fist over here in blue, though. That one was in red. Then you got come on, sometime today. The fuck. God, I have no patience today. They always put Saturn in the one eye. Look at the Chinese representative. I got a brick that came hurling through space. I took a brick from the construction over here. They were ripping up the sidewalks. And under the sidewalks was a bunch of bricks. Under the street, more or less. The sidewalks was already ripped up. These bricks were hanging out from under the street. That's how far they dug down. So you could see the tar was it was a little thick. But under that tar, there was bricks. And I pulled one out. I'm going to go get it. I don't think it's nothing special. I thought it would maybe be from the 1800s, but I don't even think it's close to that.
I'm back now. What, is this last year's one then, Charles?
Man, this fucking brick is heavy as dog shit, man. This fucking thing's no joke. But this was under the street.
So was that last year's front cover there, Charles? Was that last year's front cover you just showed there?
Yeah. I'll put it back. Hold on. Let's see. Boom. Let's see.
What is that? A brick of heroin? Oh, he's gone.
Damn. Before I was booted out.
I thought you'd gone, man.
I hit the back button by accident. I was trying to like clear the screen out, but this, bro, why is this asking me that again? This is the brick from the street. It was under the tar. I cleaned it up. I thought it was older than, you know, but it's got fittings right here. I've never seen nothing like that. And the way it's smooth, I think this might have been the street at one point.
Yeah, modern bricks do have those paving slabs, paving bricks do have those like ridges on the side.
Yeah, I took another one, but I don't know if they're going to throw it out because see how it's broken right here?
Well, what's that name on it?
Yeah, I know. There's writing there. I couldn't make it out.
Does it say, it looks like, does it say
couldn't make it out.
Some NV, is it?
I thought it said
Oh,
M-A-N.
mate, I think you've got it upside down, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it says Manafort.
Okay.
And if it says Manafort, that's the construction company. So this wouldn't be that old.
Right.
I think this is an M-A-N.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is right here. U? Yeah, Manu. F-O-R-T, man. No, that's a G right here.
I mean, I'm not a construction person, but I have seen those paving bricks that have those kind of ridges on the side. I don't really know what they're
Things
for.
are heavy. I don't think it's in the 1800s, though.
Well, I've got a couple of bricks, right? They've been hanging out in my back garden because I'm living back at the family house now, right? And they've got like diamond patterns on them, but they're magnetic. A magnet will stick to them. And they're kind of dark grey, so they must have some iron added to them because a magnet will literally stick to these bricks.
No, I agree, DL and Warren, for sure they did. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, man, I'm gonna check it out. But then by the time I go, when I got back, because this morning when I left, I went back there real quick. Before, because I go down the street to get coffee, and to get cigarettes and shit. So my way back though, they were there, and I couldn't get the piece that I took. I hit it on the side of the step over there. I hope they didn't see it and take it. But I went over there to look to see if I could find a whole piece, but there were so many different bricks. I'm not a master at bricks, but my first thought was, why is there all these bricks under the road? I was looking at it yesterday because it was in front of my friend's store. That he owns the store right there, and they're ripping up all the sidewalk because they're renovating. They're putting in a stupid fucking exercise walk trail. It's the dumbest shit ever, man.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's stick to the bricks, right? I'm with you on the bricks. I'm pretty much with you, Dallin Moran, as well. But if you ask somebody who just thought we were talking nonsense, right? They'd say, oh, those were bricks that they used just to, as hardcore, I think they call it in this country, the layer below, but when they pack it down. But it still doesn't answer the fact, where did they come from? And the fact that, I heard a really good thing about San Francisco and the gold rush and how they enticed loads of people there for gold, but they didn't really want them there for gold digging. They wanted them to dig out the city from the mud. And that's how San Francisco went from being so small.
That's a good point, man. That's a very good point.
So small to so massive overnight, literally, was because there were just all these people there thinking they were going to be finding gold, and they had no choice but to take the job to dig out the city, basically.
Yeah, they were going to find gold, the gold they were going to pay them with.
Yeah.
The gold coins.
And a friend of mine who goes looking for gold told me that makes sense because when gold is in a river, for example, a flowing river, gold settles in certain places in the river because of the density of it, basically. And if you know where to look, and I think he said it's behind big boulders, it gets down underneath them. So there probably was gold there, but you've got to ask yourself, why did it all accumulate there? Maybe it was washed there by a big flood. That's I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just spitballing here, obviously, speculating. But yeah, San Francisco went from a fairly small place to a massive city really quickly. And again, as well, the things they built there first, allegedly, were like the jails, like a big and the institutions, the mental houses. They built jails for so many people when there wasn't even enough people there, really. And if you were going to start building a city, you wouldn't really start with jails, would you? You know what I mean? Technically, you'd start with the bloody plumbing underneath, wouldn't you? The drainage before you did anything. And a lot of these bloody sewers and things look like they're made of those type of bricks as well, Charles. No? Dan saying his Fort Knox doesn't have any gold. Yeah. Oh, you're 30 minutes away as well. Cool. Yeah, man, I think they moved all the gold out a long time ago, mate. They really did.
Man, these people that are in power, like I always say, I don't know if so-called founding fathers, really wanted us to be free, or that was a scam from the start. But let's say they wanted us to be free. That's why the Constitution was put in place. But these pieces of shit along the way come along and just start. They realize, probably they got someone that mastered the law and everything, and they find loopholes and ways to just fuck everyone over. And we're in debt because they keep stealing money. Not spending it, they're fucking robbing our tax money. I don't think they spend it on anything, but they keep it. Oh, we're going to give 180 trillion to fucking Ukraine. Yeah, right. They're fucking pocketing that shit.
And you've got to ask yourself this, because these people aren't stupid, Charles. They know we live on a mortal coil, and at one point our time is up. So why accumulate that amount of wealth, right? What is the purpose behind it?
Because they want to control the whole world.
Well, you can't eat money, can you?
That's why we need to rise up and kill them. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's a set of rules for one lot and a set of rules for another lot, and that's not right, really, is it?
Those people have no problem killing us.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll send your son or daughter to die in a heartbeat. They won't fight their own war because they're fucking cowards. They hide behind their so-called power. And I was going to say money, but money's worthless. They have endless amounts of anything because they sell out to get it. They'll do anything for material stuff. That's why when they die, Anubis is going to rip their heart out, and it's just going to go plop straight to the ground. Their heart's so heavy.
Do you think they know that as well? Is that what motivates them in this world?
Fuck this world.
Maybe they've just tipped that balance where they know they can never tip it the other way again, so they just double down on all of it.
I just think it's fair that they should have the amount of suffering that they've caused. They need to feel that pain and suffering just to even it out. It would be nice for them to feel pain and suffering for once. To have everything stripped right under their feet. No more money, no more home, no more good food.
Well, that was another thing I was just about to say to you, is I was going to say to you just now, what do they eat? Considering everything's poisoned.
Our children.
I was going to say, do they literally just live on that? It's crazy, because let's face it, the food is poisoned, let's face it, and the water. Dan saying that they're totally material. They're kind of textbook sociopaths, really.
And what draws the line is, I can't believe they're like the lady said, man, they work for the Zionists. and they're going door to door because of what people are saying. That to me is mind blowing, man. Never open your door when the police come either, because once you open that door, it'll be hard to close it.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, cops come to my door, I just sit there quietly like I'm not even home. Straight up. You know how many times they've came to my door here? A couple times they came at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And if they can't get in the building because the doors are locked, I hear them with their flashlights. They'll tap on somebody's window. I'm like, damn, that's mad disrespectful because you guys can't get in. You're going to bang on someone's window? Like, yo.
And they wouldn't like it if that was done to them in their gated communities where they live. Do you know what I mean?
I feel bad for the lady on the first floor because they did that a bunch of times to her.
That's bad. And let's face it as well, Charles, right? A gated community can only protect you so far. If you've got enough people, you can overrun any gated community, you know?
I don't, you know, I'm not sitting up here like saying we should administer violence and all that, but there's one language motherfuckers respect, and that's violence.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. And you know what? I'm also a little bit worried talking about certain things, and that's the truth. But that, man, I'm right behind you on that one, man. It's the only, and you put that into good words as well. Like it's the only language they understand, Charles.
They have no problem administering it to us, poisoning us, destroying our lives. You know, I know people say, oh, it starts with you. Of course it does. And if we don't nip this in the bud, starting with self, there ain't going to be much self to have anymore. You know, people want to live in a controlled world where you're constantly surveillanced in everything you fucking do, where you go, what you eat, what you think, what you dress. That's why they're surveilling everything. They want to know everything, how you walk, when you fart, what you say, the tone of your voice. They want to chip people up. Like, man, people don't get it, man. You think Palantir is just putting this stuff out for fun and games?
Oh yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
Most people be like, man, I ain't doing nothing wrong, so who cares? All right, we'll see.
Yeah,
You'll start to care real soon. Those stop signs you didn't slow down for, and Palantir catches you, and you start getting $200-$300 tickets in the mail, you'll care. They'll know everything. Remember last week? You took that right a little too sharp, or they're gonna know it all, man. There's cameras everywhere now. You ain't gonna be able to do anything without. It's insane, man. It's insane.
I think they've done the math as well, Charles. I think maybe even COVID was part of this, because there's got to be a cut-off line between the people who get these tickets, what you're talking about. You know, you cross the red light or whatever, you've got to give us $200. And a certain percentage of people are going to think, oh, fucking hell, better pay that, because they can afford it, basically. Some people might even think that, and they can't afford it. And then you've got the other end of that, where people just think, fuck that, you know? And I think at the moment, the people who are willing to pay is greater than the people who aren't willing to pay.
Man, fuck that. I ain't paying shit. I don't have a car, but if I did, trust and believe, I've gotten tickets. I've never paid them. I always sent them a not guilty. And one time I had to go to court for it, and I won. So I've gotten away with every ticket, sending them a not guilty.
I try not to get myself in a situation. I don't drive either, by the way. I try not to get into any situation with the police where it could end up with one of these on on the spot finds that you get and all this, because I make up any bollocks. But I realised, right, I was breaking the law, not even knowing about it, because you know, until I got my bad back recently, and I'm pretty much housebound at the minute because of my back. But I used to go out walking and camping, yeah, and even in this city, the second largest city in the country, if you walk out for a few miles, you will find some green area. It might be a farmer's field or something, but if you've got a small tent, you can put it up and just spend the night there if you're discreet, you know, have a little dinner, a little fire, move on the next day. And also, that's a bit of a digression, but I'm talking about farmers' fields there. I used to do it a lot on Dartmoor because I lived next to Dartmoor in England, yeah. Dartmoor is quite a big open space. I mean, nothing compared to what you've got in your country, but it's big. It's about 50 miles across, like, and I know that sounds ridiculously small to you, but, you know, and, but apparently it's illegal to go and camp up there now. Because of these wild camping laws they've got. And I think they can only enforce that type of shit in this country because there's no way they'd enforce a wild camping law in your country, is there? There's that much open space that people can go to that it's just unfeasible. They wouldn't be able to do it. But because the UK's small, you know.
What's good, Mind's Eye? Yo, this shit's funny as hell.
What's that mean? I'm in prospect mode. What does that mean?
What's up, Mind's Eye?
Oh, gotta let my cat in. Cats are playing tricks on me. There's no cat.
Sometimes the sun it moves like a serpent up and down, and it goes in the clouds and it goes back up.
I don't think it bends. I think it's an optical illusion. That I think it goes straight up and straight down again, so it looks like an inverted right angle. If you think about it, that makes more sense to me anyway. But that is looking at it from the ground, not from that elevation, obviously, where you're showing there. You've got an old typewriter there, Charles. Is that what you're doing? Sounds like you've got a typewriter in the background. Typing away.
A typewriter.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, man.
I'm pulling up some Jews.
Yeah, you're probably typing.
Some Jews.
All work and no play makes Chuck a dull boy. That's what you're typing, isn't it? What's this one? Yeah, only for their own love and liberty, cheeky fuckers.
I was thinking, when did this happen? When did the Britain beg the Jews to come fight?
That's weird, that is actually. Now you thought, let's have a, I'm going to try and get a closer look at that. What's that man saying in that balloon? I can't read it. Oh, I put my glasses on. Oh yeah, I can read it now. You may have cut my bonds and set me free. Now let me help you set others free. That's what it says. Oh, really? Oh yeah, Montague, I've heard of him. Herbert Samuel, don't know him. Or Reading, or Viscount Reading. I've heard of the Montagues though, the other two, not at all. And what's that Captain Friedman? Is that a joke as well? Because of what he actually says about freeing people. What's Chilster saying? Chilster wants, I cough and fart in sync, get that up. Is that something we should be looking up on YouTube? I cough and knock in sync. Oh, it's you, isn't it? It's going to be you, I know it is. That's a hard thing to do, coughing and laughing at the same time, coughing and farting at the same time for me. I might have to find a quick picture for Dallin and of the old world. Got a few. Now I've got your JH, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, you got front row seats to it as well, remember? You know, may as well lie back and relax and watch it all. Oh yeah, just I can't wait for my crop to be done. Can't afford to buy it, man. I think J8, part of the time they deliberately act stupid as well. In order for us to pick it up, you know what I mean? It's like this one. Think about this. Maybe space is real. Maybe there are planets and shit out there. Maybe there are aliens. And part of them distracting everybody away from that is like realising there are some slightly smarter people out there who are going to see through it. So they create, I don't know, something like the flat Earth. And then they start making deliberate mistakes in all of their videos from space just to reinforce the fact that it's not real. When it might well be real. Do you know what I mean? People talk about 4D chess and all that nonsense, but man, it's like it is kind of one step ahead, isn't it? So you just never bloody know. But just for the record, I do think the world's flat. Well, I think it's not a sphere anyway, put it that way. Yeah, it's crazy how many people took the jab, Jill. My now ex-wife, up to a year ago, she works for the HMRC, and she said it was bizarre at work because everybody at her workplace had the jab. She hadn't, but everybody just assumed that she had the jab, like, so she just had to go around and go, like, you know, because they all spoke like, oh, we're obviously all jabbed up, we're all safe. She had to go about her day, like, kind of knowing that she hadn't had one. She was the only worst person in the office, she said. Yeah, I've been going on and off for, well, since I was 20, mate, to be honest. Yeah, buying it's a nightmare unless you know somebody solid who's actually grown it themselves as well. If you've got a back garden that's not overlooked, Chill, just get some autoflowers in there. Well, you can do it now. I did it last year at my mum's garden there. I had about 12 autoflowers just growing in the greenhouse. They worked really well. So no need to set up a grow room and all that nonsense. Just put them in your back garden. They did work really well, mate. Honestly, I was surprised by it. It's the first time I've ever grown autoflowers.
I wonder where this took place.
What one's this? Have a look.
Oh, shit.
Oh, blimey. What is even that flag on the other side of the America's flag? Oh, he's done it again. He's pressed the back button. I think that might be Charles's narcolepsy again. Kicking in. He'll be right in 5 minutes. You'll wake up and go, oh, blimey.
looks like the U.S. and
Yeah, what's that other flag?
yeah, it looks like the German bird or Russian bird. I don't know how the Jews got that bird.
But they've got the open wings. Martin Leaker says that the open wings means they're harnessing the EM energy for weaponry.
Mm.
So it could be a bit of that. But yeah, they're quite obviously Jews, aren't they? I know. Maybe they're all Jews. The ones on the left and the right.
Yeah, they stole the Russian and German bird.
Well, it's
The
a Tartarian.
symbolism.
It's a Tartarian thing, isn't it? With the open.
That is true. Tartarian too.
Yeah, with the open wings. You know, the eagle or whatever it is.
Well, sometimes it's a Gretchen. Sometimes it's a two-headed bird. It's wild when I'm reading about like the Jewish and German thing, that whole so-called World War. The Jewish people started with the Germans, and then when it kicked off, they were crying about it. They always start something and then cry about it when they're losing. Sore losers, man. Why won't it stop? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, chill stuff. If you've got nowhere to do it, right, I'll tell you something, yeah? You want to look up these mini grows that people are doing online, like disguising grows in a PC because of the fan noise. And yeah, you're not going to grow huge amounts, but if you just grow them for yourself and you get a free ounce every couple of months, you know, that's kind of, you know, 3 ounce every couple of months, isn't it? Especially if you get one of those large, older PC boxes, you know, the ones where bigger was better. You know,
man, it'd be nice to have land and grow some stuff.
Fucking right it would, man. Do you grow yourself, Charles?
No, but I want to. I want to grow some herbs.
It's
I want to grow some weed. I want to grow some vegetables. And
is it legal,
man, I would love to just spend my time a whole spring and summer and learning how to be a botanist, learning about plants, learning about, you know, what they eat, learning about, do they need sunlight or moonlight, or I just want to learn all that stuff. I want to be a...
Is it legal in your state where you are?
No, not to grow it unless you have a license. You got to ask daddy government for permission to grow a fucking plant.
Oh, so is that the same with all states where it's legal? You still got
Colorado, you can grow. In Colorado, you don't need to get a permit or nothing.
I thought it was I thought you could grow it anywhere you were. I didn't realise that. Remember,
some states it's still illegal. Some states it's illegal.
Remember, it's 100% illegal in this country. You know what I mean? Even possession is illegal.
And they want to keep it that way so they could profit off it.
It's a bit weird how the UK's like that, because the rest of Europe isn't like that. They've pretty much decriminalised it in Europe.
That's how it works. The big gangs, most of them work for the government. So the government's bringing the drugs in. And when they bring the drugs in, not only are they profiting by selling the drugs, they're profiting when they arrest people. You know, they're profiting in many different departments. Or when they overdose, they're making money that way. They're making money. They profit so much from letting the drugs come in. It's unbelievable. And it controls the population.
Yeah, it's a crazy web, isn't it? It's a multi-tentacled octopus. I'm going to need another bathroom break, but I'll be back. I've got to try and find my cat. I can hear her scratching somewhere. So.
Yeah, it would be dope to live pretty much away from the cities and away from the cities and kind of like up in a mountain on higher ground. A little away from the shores. Just in case there's a mud flood, you have higher ground. I was just watching something this morning on China with the Yi people. Yi, I think they are the E or Yi people. They live way under. The Chinese tried to conquer them, but they couldn't because they live so high in the mountain. And just recently, they ended up moving from the top of the mountain because I guess China had a plan to stop poverty. So I guess they moved to the lower part. I don't know, but it would be dope to live on a mountain. I also heard on top of mountains, plants grow real good. Excuse me. Shit. I don't know. But what really fired me up yesterday was that data centers going into our farmland. Yo, that's fucking insane, man. And a lot of that farmland is rich, good soil. But they rather put a dumbass computer thing there than grow food. And another thing with these farmers, a lot of them can't afford to keep their farm, and that's purposely being done. So these fucking scumbags could come in and take the farmland, you know? So then they could grow more poison, spray the pesticides all over our shit, you know, inject it with who knows what. Or they'll just build a data center and then grow your corn right next to it. And then when you eat it, you'll glow. Oh, I love that juice. Pear juice is banging. Well, pear nectar. I'm gonna get me one of them punching it's not a punching bag, but you know them things you put on the ground and you hit them. I used to use that for boxing, but the problem with those things is when you hit them, it'll shake the house. I remember where I used to live, it was a 2-family house, and then the attic was open. So my old roommate at the time, he was a black belt in Kempo, and he was also an ex-cop. I forgot what happened to him. Some motorcycle accident where he couldn't be a cop no more, some dumb shit. But he's a motherfucker that he did a spin kick and fucking cracked my shin. And he was mad because I had just choking him out. I had him in the headlock and I was choking him out, all because he tried to embarrass me in front of my girl on my birthday for no reason. He was drunk. And I put him in the headlock and he couldn't, his ego was bruised because he knows black belt and I don't know shit, and I was choking him out. But anyway, he fucking kicked me in my shin and it cracked it. But he had it in the attic. I used to do a Bowflex. You know what a Bowflex is? Those resistant. I used to work out with that, and he had a punching bag, but he hung it on the rafters, and when you would punch it, it would shake the fucking, because of the way it's hung on the rafters, it would shake. Yeah, you could hear that shit all the way in the basement. But the point of me bringing that up is he had another thing that it's shaped like a you could put sand or water in the bottom of it, and you punch it. I think it's more for form. I don't think it's meant for you to nail it like bah bah. I think it's more to get your jab sharp, have more control. But I want something like that, or something that I can because believe it or not, basketball is good for cardio, and so is boxing. Like hitting the bag, it's very good. It loosens your muscles up. I lost a lot of weight. I got to start eating more to put some weight back on.
How much your weight, Charles?
Probably, shit, man, 170.
Man, I wish you lot would use a metric system. What's that in English money?
170 pounds.
It's about 90 kilos, is it?
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, it's about 90
Probably.
kilos, maybe 85 kilos. I mean, I'm only 70 kilos, man. But my weight's always been like that my whole life. So the most I've ever gone up to, I think, well, when I was younger, I did have a fat period when I was at university, but that was drinking too much beer and eating too many kebabs. But when I stopped doing that, like, I think 75 kilos is my average weight. What you're comfortable with, isn't it?
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say about.
Sorry. Man.
No, it was me. My mind drifted when you were talking. I started thinking about something else. My ADHD kicked in.
Do you have ADHD?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, join the club, mate. We park our cars in the same garage. Yeah.
I fucking would sit in class and the teacher would be talking. I'll just be looking out the window, like zoned out in my own world.
Did they ever give you medication for it?
Yeah. Ritalin.
Ritalin, yeah. They won't even deal with me as an adult with ADHD.
Bro, they had my medicine so high that the teacher thought I was on heroin.
Yeah, I can
I'll
imagine.
never forget in sixth grade. Sixth grade and damn, what grade did I get locked up? I think it was because I was in seventh grade when I got locked up. Because when I came home, I was in high school. So
how old are you again? Sorry.
45 right now. I just turned 45 on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should have remembered that. Yeah. So you're 10 years younger than me. It was only about 15 years ago, Charles, that somebody else got it through my head that I had undiagnosed ADHD, and that's why I've been a complete fucking. My wife thinks alcohol. A lot of people turn to drugs, but back in the day, amphetamine used to keep me on the straight and level, and it's not like that anymore. And that's basically what Ritalin is, isn't it?
Man,
every time I've attempted to approach them and ask them for some help, they've just told me I'm an alcoholic. And I'm like, don't you see that the reason I'm an alcoholic is because I've got ADHD? They're like, no. Every fucking time I've tried with them. So nowadays I just have to live with it.
Terrible, man.
Say again?
I don't think that was like they were putting so many children in the school system on those medications, and I don't think that was the answer. I think it was more of a test. They want to drug the children up. There's more of some bigger agenda on that shit. I told my mother straight up when I was
Charles,
when they put me in that place, I stopped taking the meds. I said, I'm not taking that shit no more.
Listen to me. I saw my nephew do the same thing, mate. Yeah. Now, all I'm going to start this off with is saying I have taken Ritalin because of my nephew. He's given me some, right? And it works for me. But yeah, I don't really agree on dosing up kids that are in the school, in the classroom. But all I can tell you, mate, is it works for me.
That shit would make me so. It reminded me of Seroquel. They try to put me on Seroquel, and
I don't know what that
yo,
is.
it look at. I don't know how to spell it. Hold on, I'll
I thought it
show
was
you. I think I
Adderall
have some.
with you, like, anyway.
I won't take this shit. I was giving it to my roommate. It's called. Is this the generic name? Hold on. Yeah. It's quintonapine. Oh no, wait. Is this it? Hold on. Damn, this shits are 4 years old, yo. They're probably no good. Yeah, I stopped taking these a long time ago. They put me on these meds, man. I could not function, man. I could barely get out of bed. I was just like, bleh.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo,
Charles,
how
you're
do
saying
people
that.
live like this?
It's crazy, Charles, you're saying that, because at the brief period of time I got to take Ritalin and what you lot called Adderall, it really worked for me. And at one point I was buying illegal amphetamine, yeah, speed, not the speed that you lot have in the US, but speed, amphetamine sulfate, and that worked for years. And then that was about 10 years ago, and then I couldn't buy it anymore. You can't get hold of it. It was like black market Ritalin, basically. So the last 10 years, I've just been trying to, well, I've been all over the shop, mate, to be honest, because I haven't had access to that to help me out. I've turned right back into an alcoholic again, which I fucking hate about myself, you know.
You sure you're an alcoholic, or you just like to drink every day?
Well, you know what, mate? I fucking like you, Charles. I think you're pretty cool. Because, yes, I don't like labels and getting labelled as an alcoholic. But, yeah, am I alcohol dependent? Do you know what? If I allow myself to be, yeah. But if
I only say that because I had an aunt. It was my uncle's wife. I called her my aunt, and she was such an alcoholic. She died years ago, but she used to drink a fifth of vodka, a Bukov vodka, which is the cheapest vodka. She would drink one of those a day, sometimes a pint and a fifth. And she was such a fucking alcoholic, drunk. She would piss on herself. Like, I'm not trying to down her. I'm just speaking the reality of it. Like, she was bad. To me, that's a fucking alcoholic, like a dependent.
I'm not quite that bad, mate.
Yeah, I don't.
But I would say, like, you know, it's like I'm looking at it this way, Charles. If I got arrested for a crime and ended up locked up in a cell, you know, for a period of time, I'd have to deal with the fact I didn't have any alcohol, right? And yeah, it's not going to be nice, but
Why, you would shake or just feel like shit?
I don't really.
I know how it is. I used to drink and wake up fucking hungover. And
yeah, it's not the shakes, mate. It's how it affects me mentally. I've got that lack of patience because of my ADHD. You know.
I know what you mean. I used to wake up hungover and feel shaky and dehydrated. It was terrible. And you know, people would be like, "Hey, Chuck, drink a beer, you'll feel better." You know, I was so hungover, I could never do that, man. I could never wake up and drink more. I would drink water and stuff, but still, in my mind, it's a mental thing too. I know what you mean. It's not just physical.
You don't get medicated at the moment for your ADHD, no?
I don't get what?
You don't get any prescription drugs now for your ADHD?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I was getting Seroquel, mirtazapine. Yeah, I'm about to show you now what Seroquel is right here. I got it.
I don't even like the names of these drugs, let alone what they do.
They're all chemical based.
Man.
I started to smarten up when I was getting the meds I was on made me gain mad weight. I was like getting fat. It was bad. My ankles were retaining water. So I started to get the pamphlets, you know, that come with the meds. They come staple it to the bag. So when the internet started to come out, I had a phone and I started looking all this stuff up, and I could not believe my eyes, man, what I was seeing.
Yeah.
I said
Crazy.
it treats
It is
one
crazy.
problem,
It
but for
creates
every
loads
problem
more.
it treats, it gives you 60 more problems.
Yeah, and do you know what? When I started looking into it, Charles, I also learnt a word off somebody, holistic. It's a word I've heard branded around but didn't really understand it. All of these things are just non-holistic, aren't they? They're not addressing the actual problem.
Wow, it says Seroquel. The generic brand is called what the fuck? Quitapine fumarate, but commonly known as Seroquel. So it says right here, the functions for it. It says the uses. Why won't let me zoom in, y'all? I'm about to fucking smash this shit. All right. Primarily treats schizophrenia and bipolar disorders. It is also sometimes used off-label for insomnia, anxiety, and PTSD. That's why they gave it to me, for insomnia and PTSD and anxiety. I found out later in life too that these pills, Seroquel, causes fucking diabetes, and that's a fact because there's already lawsuits for it. One of my neighbors where I used to live was telling me, and I found this out before I got on the meds. That Seroquel causes diabetes. That's crazy, man. That's what I mean. They'll give you something to treat your problem, not cure it, treat it.
Yeah.
And by that, these chemicals are causing other fucking problems. And that's what's dangerous about this shit, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, mate. I'm just trying to read these texts and listen to you at the same time. JH, right? You put on behind. It's like nowadays, I think they politically correctly call it "I'm on the spectrum," and I use the air quotes there. You know what I mean? None of this shit exists. None of this shit existed, man, when I was born, and when you were born, you're only 10 years younger than me. This stuff, been on the spectrum and autism and all these, which is another way of generating money and selling drugs to people. Let's face it. It only appeared like probably after your generation, Charles.
Yeah, they started testing it on my generation, and I could say one thing: the Seroquel ruined fucking a lot of youth, man. I could barely stay awake, man. I would fall asleep. The teacher would. I stopped taking that shit, man. I refused.
Yeah, none of that was ever mentioned in my school, Charles. Like I said, you're 10 years older, younger than me, so you probably started coming in as
well, that's their answer. Like this is what they do. If you're hyper, I've seen it.
Man, they used to make me sit in a corner and just on my own in front of the whole class, like at the back, sit and face the wall. That's what they used to say to me. You'll grow out of it. That's what they used to say to me.
Not me. They would my mother. They would complain to my mother that I was hyper, and my mother would complain too. But every child's fucking hyper. They want to go outside and play. They don't want to be in the fucking house. Yeah, and the answer for that was Ritalin. Oh, he's got ADHD, because he don't concentrate in school. And who the fuck wants to sit at a desk all day when you're a child? You know what I mean? Like school, they're forcing you to sit there and learn some bullshit. Yeah. When a child should be outside with their imagination, having fun.
Yeah.
Chasing bugs and fucking digging in the dirt.
Getting educated by their parents, really. I'm certain the whole system was sold like, we set up the curriculum, all them lot. You know, it's probably sold under the good guys. I'm just going to respond to Chilster here. He's saying there's no ADHD. When I was a young lad, I was a fidget, and many a tormentor, easily distracted on every report card. Chilster, two things I've got to say about that, mate. Like I said, they used to make me sit in the corner and stare at the wall while the whole class was just going on. It was the most humiliating, horrible feeling when you're a kid, right? Also, I know exactly what was written on my last report card, mate, and it said this. It said, Jason works well in a group if he can dominate it. And there was a full stop. That was their final comment for me leaving school. Oh, mate, I'm still totally hyper, man. To be honest, it's only because I've got some physical problems at the moment with my back and my arm. I'd still be running around going mental like I used to, going out, doing my thing, camping, hiking, get some fresh air. Oh, yeah, and Brawny's saying that about the sugar as well, because I've never really had a sweet tooth until recently, and now I have. That's, mind you, it probably coincided with me not. Oh yeah, I'll get to you in a minute, Chilster. Yeah, the sugar thing probably coincided with me stopping drinking so much, because you get that much sugar out of alcohol, it's ridiculous. And Chilster, you're right about the speed. The speed chills me out like anybody's business. Most people on speed run around going mental, go ah, and I'm quite the opposite. I can sit there, focus, do my homework, and I'm using the air quotes again. You know, I can read. My normal daily, you know, how I'm like in daily life without that, man, I'm just scatty as fuck. Really am. These random quotes, a cream egg has as many calories as a tin of beans. Fucking hell, man. I'm going to eat more cream eggs. That's funny. I thought you were going to say born loser. I don't know. I think I'm a born loser, really. I don't really look at it like that way, Chill. I try to be egoless in the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? So, I don't think I'm a born leader, if you want to know the truth. I'd make a good second in command. I like to follow a leader with a
Damn, fucking muted. No wonder. I was saying even Candy said it. Hyperactivity is normal in children.
Yeah, of course. They weaponized it. That's basically it, isn't it?
You seen Trump signed a new executive order to legalize the use of psychedelics. Yeah. That's a plus.
Well, it is a plus, but again, you've got to think, why the fuck are they doing that?
To make money.
Yeah.
That's why. They're going to profit largely off it.
But it's only certain psychedelics, it's only psilocybin, isn't it? They're not going to do it with DMT, no way, because if enough people take DMT, they're going to realise what the real world is about.
Well, that's what I want to try. I want to get a DMT pen. I took a hit of my friend went to Vegas and one of his friends had these pens and he had brought one back, and I took one toke from it and I got like a real quick visual thing. Like
Charles,
the shit started moving, but it was so fast and it went away. I was like, whatever. Charles, it wasn't that like exciting.
Please listen to me, Charles, right? Yeah. About DMT, yeah. Getting these, I've read about these DMT vapes. Unless you know who's making them, man, you need to stay away from them. Yeah. Also, you've got to bear this in mind, right? You know, you probably had a lot of drug experiences in your life, you know, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can prepare you for a DMT trip, right? When you do one for the first time, you absolutely have to be with somebody else who can look after you, because you will be all over the shop. You're a danger to yourself. You could possibly fall over, crack your head. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I'll stick to the shrooms. Fuck that.
do you know what, mate? I used to grow shrooms, yeah, and I've had many, many mushroom trips. I have a massive one, kind of Terence McKenna scale, yeah. That absolutely does not prepare you for a DMT experience. Nothing in life can prepare you for it. It's very, very weird.
Damn, there's a weather balloon and I was pausing it every so many feet and taking screenshots, and now I'm looking right here. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screenshots, and if I lined up these 5 pictures, man, it's a perfect 360-degree circle of fucking flatness.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's actually beautiful.
Oh, do you know what, dude? I know I'm in good company here, so I can say it. It's fucking obvious, Charles, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah. People are in denial, but it's all right. I just let them be in denial.
And Braun is saying they're DMTs in your own mind. I'd have to disagree with that. I think every other psychedelic, yes, is in your own mind. But there's something about the DMT shared experience with these entities that I don't know. It's more than that, I think. It really is. I do get what you're saying.
What's going on?
I think DMT stands like on its own above anything else.
You know what this is?
It looks like a close-up of a desert somewhere with the road going across.
Okay. Well, this guy had a drone, and what he did was he took the drone, he put it in the air, and he flew it over a fucking tornado, and this is what it looks like. I paused the video and screenshotted it. I mean, this dude's right over the funnel, man. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, Joe.
He sacrificed his drone because I don't know what happened afterwards. It probably got sucked up, but that is the I've never seen the inside of a tornado like this.
Well, that's a tornado.
Yeah, I thought it was a face at first because it looks like there's 2 eyes up there, and I thought that was a mouth. I'm like, what is this?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he flew the drone right into the tornado. It was not a huge tornado, but it was big enough. It was just starting. He got the drone up quick and he flew it to it. And right when he was about to, he was going into it and going over it. I fucking paused it. And that's what.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to respond to Chilster here as well. Chilster, man. What I just said to Charles applies to you as well. If you've got a gram of DMT in a pipe, right, don't just do it on your own, mate, because it's dangerous, honestly. You're going to have to get somebody to sit with you at least if you're going to do that. Oh, and also, don't feel like a crackhead, man. That's what they want you to think.
I found curvature. Look.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, that's the curvature. I found it. Everyone could take it off the milk box. I found the curvature. The curvature is west of Florida.
You can only see it there.
Yeah, it's right near Puerto Rico, where the equator is. I'm joking. That's a lens, but
Yeah, I know you're joking. Chill's the same about the heat spot as well. Yeah.
You know,
Localized sun, isn't it?
I'd say one thing, man. When the globies find me some curvature that hasn't been manipulated by fisheye lenses or,
Yeah, then I'll change my mind.
they never will find no curvature. Damn it, why does this keep locking up on me?
Has it not crossed your mind, Charles, that all of this might be real and we've been duped? In like this, playing chess where you're 7 steps ahead of the other person. Maybe all of that out there is real. Maybe aliens are real. But to distract people like me and you, they're putting all these mistakes deliberately into it,
They could be from other lands or underground, but I don't think from other planets. Planets don't exist.
No, this is my point, Charles. I don't think planets exist either. But if they did, part of what they're doing here is persuading, shall I say, semi-intelligent people like me and you to simply otherwise, could be a double switch. Is that what they call it?
I got this video I want to show. This is pretty cool.
Holy crap. I've never seen that before. What?
This from an airplane. I guess it's debris from SpaceX rocket that blew up. Kid can't hold the phone for nothing, man. Dude, sucks.
Crap. I've never seen that before. What? Massive meteor shower in front of us going to one go. Holy crap.
No.
I've never seen that.
Oh, what was that all about?
Yeah, there's been a few of those. They're not dated very well, those videos, so you can't really tell when it actually happened. But oh yeah, that one there, what you're showing, that is very weird. Those.
Yeah, I remember when this happened.
Like you hit a fluid, wasn't it?
Yeah, people say that's the firmament they're hitting, but I don't think so. I don't know. Look at that. What the fuck does that? That's what intrigues me every time I watch this. What is going on? Is it hitting the firmament that's causing ripples? But there's clouds in the way. Those are
it's
crazy.
That is.
You know what that could be? Blue beam.
Yeah, probably.
Because they're spraying, and when they spray this mist or clouds or whatever you want to call it, look how it's the mist or the clouds help the hologram out, we'll call it, or the light. You see how it makes it more thicker or more visible.
Yeah.
The way it's almost like a like one of those screens you pull down with an overhead projector. Remember them in school?
Yeah, the IHPs, yeah.
These clouds are acting as a solid object.
Well, they're just putting the light through it, aren't they, from what's coming from the other side of them. That's what you can see as it is. That's quite something, Charles. I mean, okay, you could say that might be something else there, but I'll just respond to Chelsea again. Yeah, Chelsea.
This is funny. Watch. Yee!
record holder. World record holder.
Yeah, I'm just going to say to Chills, right, in response to what you're saying, yeah? I know you're in my country. If you want to make a plan, I'll meet up with you and smoke some DMC. I can't get any of it anymore. But yeah, if you wanted to have a go, mate, I'd come and have a go with you. I'd look after you. And you'd have to look after me as well while I did it. Chills is back on the super fluid helium. Because that's what it is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Brawny, I've been having some weird dreams, I have, recently. And I don't normally dream, or remember them, I should say. But I've been having some very, very vivid dreams recently. Oh, the monster said about the double dupe. Yeah, it's the double dupe. Where's Dominic today?
I don't know.
Always
I haven't seen him. Yeah, why
always
is
like
my
to
phone
talk to
charging?
He has a
Fuck.
very weird effect on me, that guy does. He kind of instantly chills you out while he's talking to you. But I don't know anything about him. Next time I speak to him, I'm going to say, so Dominic, tell me about yourself. No, he just seemed like a cool dude, though. What's Brawny saying? He had to take a break. Too much dealing with that shit. Yeah, I know who you are, Chilster, yeah. I'm in Birmingham, so if you wanted to make a plan, mate, let me know. Doesn't have to be right this year or, you know.
Fuck, you're making mad noise out there.
But if you've got a gram of DMT, Chilster, you'll be fucking out there, man. I'm telling you. like Pluto.
The guru had to take a break.
Yeah, I'm missing him now, Dom. Only because the last time, I don't know him that well, right? I've only ever spoke to him about 3 or 4 times. Yeah. But I mean, I'm just intrigued to know where he's coming from or what he does, because he's like an inert person, isn't he?
What do you think it hit, Chilster? You think that rocket hit the firmament or
liquid helium? Feels the same.
Because I don't know what would cause those swirls, but I can't say for sure it did or didn't, because I don't even know what the firmament looks like or what it's made of. I'm gonna jump off here in 10 minutes.
All right, man.
Did you get? Oh, did you get the email I sent you?
Yeah, I did. I haven't actually
Hey,
watched
Tammy.
that yet, but I will watch it.
Scotland. I've always wanted to go to Scotland. I heard it's beautiful over there.
Scotland is awesome. The best road trip I've ever had in my life, yeah, was going to the Isle of Jura, which is in the Hebrides in Scotland. And we spent 14 days on foot, yomping around. Ended up in Jura. It's an amazing place, man. People are there, so friendly. I remember that for all of my life. It's the best 14 days I've had in my life holidaying, and in my own country as well.
Let's see, what is this?
Oh, Guru is MIA. That's a 3-letter word, isn't it? That's for him.
Interesting.
Oh, Charles, I know you want to get off, so I'll do this later, yeah? You know, have you heard of J3wZ?
Yeah, I watch him here and there.
He did this thing about the plasma volcano. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, you do. Yeah, because what he said about that plasma volcano was kind of, I thought, fucking hell, man, he's got a point there.
I think I wonder if some of these volcanoes were like trash.
I said to you, I think they're old landfill sites, mate.
Yeah.
They're just full of batteries and things that were dumped years ago, and now they're all bubbling up.
That's wild. I wonder. We got landfills. We got some landfills here, and in the summertime when you pass by them, it's terrible. And if you go one direction, you pass Hartford near the prison. There's landfill, big landfill where they're always burying trash. To this day, so this is 30-something years later, they're still burying trash in that. Then, if you go the other way, you go towards Middletown, you're going to pass the water treatment plant. And let me tell you, in the summertime, oh my God, like shit, nasty poop.
Yeah, man,
And
I'll
it's
tell you
so
this. I used to work on a landfill, yeah, in Plymouth in the UK. And that city's not as big as the cities I'm in now, right? And it was absolutely an eye-opening experience working at that place. It really was. The amount of stuff that people throw away, you would not believe it. It's ridiculous. But you were talking about the smell, yeah? I couldn't even go onto the main landfill bit without a respirator on. There were some people who could handle the smell, but I couldn't.
This? You guys seen this clip? This is hilarious, guys. I don't know who made this, but it's the guy that was jumping the Red Bull. Bing! That's fucking hilarious, man. That was the Red Bull jumper.
And you can take that apart as well, that bit of footage.
Damn, I thought I had I erased a lot of stuff because I was running out of room. I think it's funny I got that Trump video. It's AI where he's a baby and he's playing with the army. Hold on, let me pull this up. These two, I want to see these two before I jump off. These are fucking hilarious.
Charles, why can't I send messages now suddenly?
What do you mean?
Well, I've just tried to respond to something Chelsea said, and
we're in a chat.
Yeah, in the side bit, and it's come up. This comment has failed.
Maybe you said something. If YouTube, just write it
No,
again.
no, he said he just asked where I went in Scotland, and I told him.
Oh.
Hold on, I'll try it again. Anyway, if you're listening, Chelsea, we went to Ben Nevis, climbed Ben Nevis, then we spent the time around Loch Lomond, then we dumped the car and we got the foot ferry over to the Isle of Jura, spent some time there, a couple of days, and then came back and then came home. It was really cool, man.
I'll play this one first. Wait, I'll play this one first.
Woo! Boop! Boom! Ha!
Little Teletubbies.
I think you should play that again, to be honest.
Woo! Boop! Boom! Ha!
They're hilarious for that, man. This is my favorite one. This one right here.
Help! We need backup!
You can do it, baby!
Okay.
That's the Japanese Prime Minister. Haha, Arg Island.
You've got 10 seconds. Believe me, you don't want this. 5 seconds. Very serious situation. 3. I'm ready. 1 last chance.
You know what? Forget it. Let's do this the smart way. We talk. Okay. Let's make a deal. That's a good point. I'll take it. Best negotiation I had today.
That's funny.
I'm just going to quickly respond to Chelsea again because he's talking in the chat. Yeah, Chelsea, Ben Nevis was pretty cool, man. We climbed Snowdon as well. I haven't been to the highest point in this country, though. I think it's called Scaffold Pike or something. But yeah, it was brilliant, mate. It was really good. The whole 14 days, like, was just a mission. Like, hitchhiking and just thumbing lists just to get there. It was a road trip, man. It was really, really good. Yeah, sorry,
Shit,
I'm not finished now.
I want to go to China. I want to go into the mountains where those are. Is it China? I think it. I was watching some guy. His name is Seal. He's a YouTube channel and he travels. And he was in Asia somewhere where the houses are built on stilts. And I was like, man, I would love to. Then I seen this other guy who was in Asia, and he was eating mushrooms from elephant dung, but they make you trip. They're psychedelic.
Not those things that make you see the little people.
Huh?
There's these mushrooms that make you see the little people. They're not psilocybin mushrooms.
They're not?
No, they're not. No, definitely not. Just like Musqual and things from Flyer Garrick, he's not psilocybin. Yeah, it's another thing, like, and it makes you see little people apparently.
Shrooms are real good for the body. They heal. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we talked about ADHD earlier, right? One of the only times you'd see me properly silent was when I used to grow the mushrooms. I'd take a massive dose, right? And I would literally sit there in the dark, not moving, no music on, just absorbing those waves. You know what I mean? It's like wave after wave of this energy. I remember all of this was before I realised that the earth was flat and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, quite incredible experiences, man. You know, there aren't words for it, Charles, really.
All right, everyone. I think, yeah, it's been 3 hours.
Time is up. All right, then, Charles, I'll speak to you at a later date, yeah?
Yeah, thank you for coming up, Jason.
No
I
worries,
mean,
man, I only come up if I've got something to say. Sometimes I sit here and listen to you because, you know, I haven't got anything to say, you know, but today I felt like it. And thanks for everybody else who's been, you know, doing the thing. And I'll probably see you tomorrow, Chelsea, at Banner's place.
yeah, I'll probably be live. And
you should come and listen to David Banner tomorrow, Charles.
Yeah, what time?
I don't know what time he's on in comparison to you. Oh yeah, that might be an issue. He comes on about 9-10 a.m. So that's probably not good for you. But he has plugged you before, you know. He's put your stuff up. So maybe you should turn up one day and say hello. All right, now I'll catch you later, Charles. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
And
thank you, Jason, and peace to everyone in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Hope everyone has a great day. It's fucking raining here, but damn, my phone still didn't charge. That's crazy. That's not a good sign. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time, probably in the morning. And I'm out. Oh, fucking Celtics lost. Red Sox lost. Red Sox couldn't win a fucking game if they tried to buy one. I'm out.